Yo guys, and welcome back to another episode of Podghost with me, Yazz.
And myself, Seff.
That was confident.
Yeah, come on, man.
Guys, today's episode, we thought we'd pack a punch, you know?
Did you sit at home already, like...
No, I don't.
starting
This
off
is,
like,
listen, you're not ready for that.
that's a pack a punch.
I'm not going to punch you. Guys, so we're proud to bring onto the show two of the most exciting young fighters in the UK at the moment, known by the name of...
Hassan and Adam Azim.
also known as the Assassin and the Hitman. Welcome on the show, my brothers. That's a nice we've been on a four-way shake hand. Guys, thanks for having us, man.
Oh, but you know, you mentioned Assassin and Hitman. That just straight away to start it off, like, where did that name come from?
You know what? The man behind the scenes right there, he actually named us.
Yeah,
He's just moved off.
Where are you going?
the one behind us.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the one behind you lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gone up. So he's actually one who made the name. Like,
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Well, I gotta be honest with you, I love the names.
Oh, I love the name. Yeah, you know what you said it, and you're like, yeah, known as. And I
Yeah.
was thinking, let me say the name. Then you said their nicknames. I was like, that's the one I was supposed to say.
I absolutely love them. I think, you know what, very original. I think it's more in the field of boxing, bro.
Yeah,
it kind of
yeah,
like strikes fear in you, innit, bro, when you hear
Yeah.
an assassin, the hitman.
Hitman.
I mean, Hitman was also
Yeah,
Ricky.
oh, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
Hitman, isn't it?
that's
Yeah.
I used to
amazing.
pick them names when I played Fight Night.
You're far from a hitman. So, guys, you know what? First and foremost, we'd like to thank you for having us in your lovely place. It's a beautiful place you have here.
thank you.
Really nice.
This is
Beautiful scenery.
it's more like the camp base, you know, where camp house where we normally stay here, and you know.
All your boys come over, eat together, chill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
That's
it.
probably after
This-
the fight.
but you know, even with the boys, you're watching your boxing
Oh,
training,
yeah,
your
yeah,
videos.
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, it's more chilled out, relaxed, and
Even
Bachelor pad, didn't it?
so, boys, you know what? We will always start off with our guests. We always want to do an introduction for our followers that are watching. When did you guys actually start boxing? Because you're relatively young boys even now. Like, you know, we're quite older than you lot, and you're still like such babies at the moment, especially in the world of boxing as well. But nowadays, a lot of people blossom quite late.
Yeah.
If you look at the boxers nowadays, they come out very late.
Yeah.
You guys, how did you get into boxing?
Well, I'll go first because then get down the way. So
Yeah,
I-
you can go first. Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually Adam got me into boxing. You know, when he started at
did he?
4 or 5, yeah. And I was just watching him on the side, just you know, watching him train and stuff. And obviously, Amir Khan also inspired me to do boxing as well because I was watching him when I was a young kid as well. Watching him on the TV.
Big up AK.
Sorry.
Big up AK on that.
And then by the time I hit 12, then I decided to start boxing. Then because of this man and Amir Khan, mainly Amir Khan.
Oh,
So
brilliant.
Adam.
You said he got you into it at the age of 4.
Yeah.
So how old was you then?
No,
No,
he
he, I
was
was
4.
four. Yeah, so he's
Okay, you got into the boxing 4.
Yeah, so I was 4 years old. I was very hyperactive when I was a kid.
Right.
I had a really bad ADHD.
Okay.
So what got me into boxing was my ADHD.
Yeah.
My dad saw I had a lot of talent when I was 4 years old because I was very hyperactive, banging my head on walls.
Wow.
It's quite funny. I had that bad at ADHD. I even like obviously pissed out the window as well. It's kind of funny. It's on even like one of the news reporters, the Sun. I even told them about I used to do that when I was like obviously had ADHD.
Yeah.
I was very young, so obviously when boxing actually helped my
brilliant.
ADHD. So which was great. How I excelled in boxing was I did boxing since a very young age at 4, and then I did kickboxing first.
Okay.
So I did kickboxing first, but I never used to kick. I used to punch. So everything I used to
So you
do.
took the kick out of the box.
Yeah. So they'll be throwing like some spinning kick. I'll just be rolling it like Mike Tyson, just coming back with a short left hook or something. There, and then since then I know my hands were really good because I really have fast hands when I was young. I had a lot of power when I was young as well. And since then, it's just my dad teaching me at the back of my dad's garage where I used to stay in the garage for 1 or 2 hours, just grafting a lot of stuff. You're learning the basics, and also Amir Khan.
Yeah.
He was my inspiration. I was young. I went to his first fight at 6 years old,
Oh, brilliant.
and
That's sick.
it was amazing because my dad goes, one day you could be fighting in this arena, and then or stadium. And then the other thing was that you're gonna meet him one day, and it's funny because when he fought on the Khan and Brook card, I was obviously fighting on
the same card,
on
yeah,
his
of
show
course,
on the same card, and we even got closer. He's like a brother to me now, which is great.
That's amazing,
I
bro.
think it's safe to say, in my personal opinion, that he paved for a lot of Pakistanis in general boxing, and I'm sure every dad and someone says it to their child that,
of course,
you're going to grow to obviously be on the same level, or if not better, and you're going to get to meet him. But then, how did it feel when you actually got to that level and you got to meet him?
Dream come true, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a dream come true. Like fighting on Khan versus Brook.
Of course,
that fight obviously should have happened many years back, but just like it's a good timing because for me to be on his card as well is just amazing, and everyone enjoyed that fight as well. It was a great atmosphere, and I got to see Khan multiple times after that fight as well, which is great. And I got to see Yazz as well many times. As well. brother Yazz.
Bro, you know what? Sticking to the whole thing about boxing on these big cards now. Do you reckon it's happened really fast, or did you feel when you were younger that it would probably happen in our mid-20s? Closer to 30s, because the way you lot are moving, the way you're picking up pace, the pair of you, amazing. And what strikes me is you're both so different. Even the way you lot talk, the way you lot, have the approach of boxing.
Yeah.
Did you grow up thinking that our styles would be different, or was it just something that happened where you're more the aggressive fighter and you pick your punches, you like being hard to hit? I always noticed that as brothers, I'd love to know, how did you both? Your styles are normally brothers copy each other, innit?
Yeah.
They're like, I want to fight like you, man. You go in and you're more patient.
Yeah.
But you are not the person now.
I thought it was the opposite around because Hassan's the aggressor. Like he's got really good power. So
when I was on that Quinn's fight,
you were very impressed with that.
I was speaking about it to Yazz.
Yeah.
Obviously, no offense to Quinn, but battered him. Like, come on, like first round, I think there was bloodbath. Yeah. I was like, what is going on here? That is mental.
What actually gets my anger out is the ADHD. So every time I get in the ring right now, it's just my anger is just there straight away.
Just to cut you for 1 minute, the ADHD, for people that don't know what it is, could you explain that a little bit more?
ADHD is like a switch mode. It's like a person that changed into something else. Like it gets you angry. Sometimes you can't control it. And
it's like a
it's like
in your hormones or something, isn't it?
I think
it's a bit like that.
So what that means, if you're in a ring, for an example, and you get hit, or you get really angry because of someone or whatever, does that give you? Do you feel this like a form of boost, adrenaline?
It's an adrenaline rush because.
Adrenaline. I think like that's sort of the ADHD.
It's either like I'm in bed and I'll get out straight away and I'm already like switched on and I'm ready to go to do like 5 miles outside.
I want that.
It's not.
Can you get that if you do say?
It's a unique thing to have. Like a lot of people don't even have it, but it's a special thing that you have it because you can use that in so many methods like boxing, football, even like whatever you're good at. You can use it with something which you're good at.
So you say it enhances your performance?
Yeah, most definitely because it helped me in my boxing. And look where I am, alhamdulillah. Right
Alhamdulillah,
now.
first and foremost.
I'm not there yet. But inshallah, I want to be a top level fighter, just like AK as well. Inshallah.
Nah, inshallah, man. I think the way you boys are going away your business, even as not the fact that we know you guys, but even watching you lot, I was very impressed the first time. Thought, you know what, you've got your head on your shoulders, you speak well, and most importantly, you come across as respectful fighters, man. I think that's what this industry is lacking nowadays. Without mentioning no names, there's a lot of. Even when you see even these, like Chris Eubank just had a fight recently. We'll go on to that fight in a bit. But you see the way they were disrespecting one another. I don't think there's any room for that in boxing. If you were to ask me, I just think keep it professional. Because you don't really hate the person.
I get the part the way you're building the fight, but sometimes it goes over the line.
There's certain where people do hate each other, and then some people are actually trying to promote a fight. But I always thinking this way that if I was arrogant, and Allah can easily take away from us. Because He's blessed us with ability.
Alhamdulillah,
And if you want to like, what's the word, ruin that relationship with, and then He's gonna take away from us. So I always say Alhamdulillah, Mashallah, Inshallah all the time.
Yeah, of course.
And
because you're blessed to be in that position that you're in. There's so many fighters that want to be.
Exactly. So for young age, me and Adam, we were fighting in front of 22,500 people. So.
It's funny because today, just before I came, my hair was like a grizzly bear, so I had to get a haircut. I was getting a haircut and there was a young boy in there. And I go, look, you might as well cut my hair, even though my barber was busy. And I swear, he started talking about boxing to me. And he goes, oh, you know what? I love the Azim brothers. And this is true. This is true. This ain't just because of the podcast. This is true. And I was like, what do you love about him? Yeah. And then he starts going, the way they're paving the way for us young, because they're looking at you guys. Amir Khan and people like that, they've done their thing. They set up this generation. Yeah. But now the future generation are going to watch you guys. And that's what I was thinking. While I was getting my haircut, I was thinking, I didn't even tell them that, we're going to have a podcast later. Everybody said I want to come with you.
Did you do your haircut?
Yeah, he gave you a haircut.
It looks like
Thank you, my bro.
But I think, you know what, you should have sorted the box out a bit better.
But I've got a bit of a dodgy hairline, bro. That's an info for another thing.
I think my lines, it's
I mean, yours more cleaner.
No, it's not even straight like either. Can you see it?
Can the camera see
it comes a bit down. You know what I'm saying?
What it is, even naturally, even with like young boys that are doing this stuff, they look up to you boys, and now you lot being role models is such an important thing for you guys, right?
Yeah.
That's why. Because with me and Adam,
hello, Amir.
Me and Adam, we've actually been to a lot of assemblies. We've done a lot of assemblies. We done a speech at the mosque 2 weeks ago. Just
that was
talking
amazing.
about knife crime, talking about obviously in school, talking about sports, talking about listening to your teachers, respecting each other, and obviously like we're trying to, we're only young and we was all young once upon a time.
Of course,
So we want to tell them that if you want to be where we are today or be how we can't did, you want to start now.
Yeah, of course.
Because me and we started at a young age. Yeah. And there's a lot of kids that say, I want to be this, I want to be that. But you have to start now then, isn't it?
It's a discipline as
well. It's a discipline as well. But I believe that if you start now, the discipline will come because I know if I eat KFC, if I ate KFC yesterday, tomorrow, and I spar on Thursday, I know I'll be mashed.
Of course,
So what you basically put in your mouth is how it's going to happen, isn't it? So
of course.
So and then that's when you use your mind that you do want to quit the sport or do you want to carry on, and that's all comes down to heart and mindset. So if you really want it that much, you want to sacrifice a lot because me Adam we sacrificed 8 weeks of not eating junk food and anything like that.
Yeah, I was just gonna get on.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah, no roti solid, no burrata and all that. So that's the
So bro, like you're talking about when you eat one KFC meal, right?
Yeah.
For someone like us, bro, it's normal. Do you actually feel the effects of one bill? Like, be real. Like, does it actually feel like, nah, man, it slowed us down a little bit?
I think that's a good question to wonder because I remember one time straight after ate a lot of junk food. This is after the fight, and in 2 weeks had a bit of junk food. I come back to train the first time, and the coach was like, "You got sparring," and I sparred. I actually did alright, but
you feel the effects,
sure. I think with a good opponent, you do feel the effects with eating junk food. Like
you start feeling a bit sluggish or something.
It's like having baya or salad or roti burrata or something before a spar. Like most of these lot probably think that to have it before a spar, but it's not a good idea because you got to keep your body healthy.
Of course,
Unlike them two at the back, where these lot will eat
salad. Who are these people at the back?
Over here you got Amir Bond.
You got Amir Bond. Please add Mr. Amir Bond.
Mr. Amir Bond. And then you got Money Mo. Amir Bond's actually looking for Rishta, so anyone wants Rishta, text me on Instagram, with the photo and your name and your age, and we can work something out. But
so what we could do is just put his picture up at the bottom right now.
We'll do that. We do that here.
£100, I won't release it. Right.
Diet is extremely important in boxing because that's when, either if you have for instance, KFC, it's got all the fats, it's fried.
A lot of salt.
Oily parts, the grease and stuff.
And it's most thing about in boxing, you need a great nutritionist because with me, I've got a guy called Pete. He's from Manchester. He's such a great nutritionist for me. And I've been working with him for the last fight and for this fight and the other fights I've got coming up. And he's such a great nutritionist. He gets the weight down so perfectly, and whatever foods you like, he'll combine some. He'll make it better. Let's say if you want a pizza, you either get a tortilla or something, and then put on some tomato sauce on it, and then you put healthy chicken and
brilliant.
So it's something like that. He'll work with whatever you're comfortable at and whatever you like. So it works like that.
So whatever you like, he'll make like a healthy version of it.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's sick.
You can even do that with Salin, right? I'm pretty sure.
No. Yeah, you can.
You can.
No, you can do Salin.
Yeah.
Now with Salins, I'm pretty sure what I used to do when I was young that I wanted to always try my mum's food. in the amateurs, and she used to make it so healthy. She never used to put the oil, the fats, whatever is inside the the keema, the burrata. I never used to have burrata because that's one thing I couldn't have. Because unfortunately you can't make burrata healthy. Well, unless you make it with wholemeal flour or something, you can make it healthy like that.
There must be low fat butter or something. No, you do get low fat butter, but I mean low fat ghee and stuff.
I can't believe it's not butter. What about that one?
Nah, butterly.
Maybe you gotta start making a business out of this then.
Guys, hit us up. Let's do some low fat butter, mate. But you know what, bro? I tell you what, right? Even with the whole, like, for people that don't box, you lot are athletes, and your body's trained in a certain way where maybe the average person like ourselves, we just eat whatever we want, whenever we want, right? Naturally, I think when you become immune to, your metabolism kind of gets used to it. And that's probably why you lot are really, really fast, and your agility and I always, you are what you eat, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The one thing about us, actually me especially, the moment after my fight, like that the 3 weeks we were craving something. Let's say, for example, fried chicken legs. But after the fight, I'm thinking, I've been craving it. The moment I have a bite or something, I feel sick.
Wow. It runs straight through you as well.
Yeah, I feel sick, and I just why don't you start eating this? Because I'm so used to eating grilled stuff, and I actually prefer grilled stuff food. But I stopped eating the fried stuff because it's making me sick. But I think if I was eating junk food, it would be like a smack burger or like pizza.
Big up Smack Burgers as well.
Yeah, Smack Burgers. Yeah. Yeah, that's true though. That's true. I think because your body's so not used to bad like oils and in high quantities like that, as your body refuses to have it.
Straight after my fight, like I actually had so much food. Like I had pizza, burgers, wings, all like unhealthy foods
in one hit.
One hit, because I was really craving it. I even had like 10. I had these 10 incredible cookies waiting at the hotel, and I was just like, literally, the guy had the box with him, and I just grabbed it off to him, just waiting in my room. I had about 3 or 4, but then unfortunately I didn't think hard enough that I should have had those 10 or 6.
But I think you earn it, man. I think there's something about you actually earn it. Because for that many weeks, you're so not eating what you want. You're proper into your training. And I think, at the end of it, a little treat, come on, it's not the end of the world. Some people eat that every bloody day. Like me.
It's like,
me
too. But the way you lot train, it's like, you can, I would say afford to eat it in the sense of, you're going to burn it off anyways. Whereas us lot, we'd eat it and say, we're going to gym tomorrow.
Oh my God.
You guys are probably what most Asians do. They eat it and they're like, we go gym tomorrow. And then you guys wake up in the morning, you get the phone call, and you're like, oh, listen, you know what, we go another day. I think I'm pretty sure most of these Asians actually do that.
See, I've got this mental thing, right? With me at work, when I started diet, I'm like, it has to be a Monday. It's so weird. And then if it's a Thursday, I'm just a kota for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm just eating everything. Come Monday, I'm like, you know what? I think next Monday. I'll make an excuse mentally. I think not now, but I think with you boys, I think because obviously naturally, bro, it's what you've chosen to do. Boxing is your life, and even talking to you off camera, it's the only thing you talk about. And it's crazy because the dedication you guys are putting in, you've got an amazing team around you. I think that's so important to have that. Even the people we've met through your team. How important would you say having positive people around yourself on a daily, not just during your camp, but on a daily? Because you said something earlier, and you said the thing I miss most about home are my friends. What does that actually mean to you?
It's the closest people in your life. They'll guide you in the right path. Let's say if you're having a chocolate, you're meant to be having that, because obviously most of my friends and my brothers, I call them not just friends, they're my brothers.
Bro,
they tell me like, why are you having that for? Your dad's just said to you can't have that, but then they will tell me off because that's the right thing to do, right? Because exactly. Let's say if you're going to bed at 12 o'clock and they're with you and like, you should not be going to bed at 12 o'clock getting to bed. They'll be like that. They're always around us. They keep the right people around us, and that's the main thing, because you don't know, you got like another person coming, you don't really know them. Taking you from the wrong path. And my brothers, they're at the back as well. They're also there as well. Most of my closest friends, my brothers, they always keep. Big up to all my brothers, and big up to the.
I think it's only fair if we do say, would you like to come on and say hi, guys?
Just say hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, then I won you.
Yeah. Nah, but it's in life. It's you gotta keep the closest people around you. Obviously, like you're very close with AK. You're great. You're like best mates with him as well. So you must have done that when he was like young as well. Like you always keep him on the straight path.
Of course, but we just try our best to just, you have to differentiate what's right and wrong. And have, especially in your position right now, we lived that with Amir, and what we realize is now that he's retired, we look back at it and we think there were so many yes men. And Amir will admit this himself. There's a lot of yes men, and you guys are in that very dangerous zone right now where you both know who's in it for what. It's got to the point where if you met someone now, you would know straight away, are these for us as exactly.
I might be 22, but I'm actually quick with this kind of stuff. Vaughn can tell you that. So he's shaking his head right now. I know which people are good people. I know which people are bad people. And what I try to do as an older brother is to also protect my little brother Adam as well. Because Adam's so young as well. He wants to enjoy.
You bounce off each other, don't you?
Exactly. And my duty is look after Adam and also the positive. It's like man crying. It's like
early cry, my heart's broken.
We'll come to the heartbroken bit in a bit.
Do you know what? I'm not heartbroken. I'm not heartbroken. I'm married to boxing.
So I try to keep positive people around us, and if you look at our close the people who's around us, it's literally small.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that as well. The way you lot move is in a very tight knit towards the friendship. And that's been for the case from the moment I met you guys. Because at first, when I first saw you, it was at the Khan Brook fight. The first thing I remember was, I think I turned over to my friend and he goes, "Bro, these are the boys that everyone's talking about right now." And I just saw you guys and I was blown away with it. But then I was more impressed with your aura and the way you just stuck to a team. Because one of the things that you lot will get put off with is if you've got a bad apple in the crew. And that can happen in any way. Do you get me? And obviously speaking to you guys, I think you've got your head screwed on. I think it's come at a time where you can take it. I think you take the good and bad really well.
Alhamdulillah, it's all good because also me, Hassan, my parents is where I got to right now. My dad brought me up really young, like when I was 4 years old. He sat me down, he goes, "What do you want to do, boxing, football or cricket?" Instinctively, I thought football first because obviously I always pick the first number. That's what everyone does, right? But then Hassan goes, no, choose boxing. So choose boxing. So obviously,
so as much as he got you into boxing, you actually initiated the idea in his head.
I just thrown out every sport and like the name, I just chucked it. I was like boxing. Boxing. And funny enough, our family, like our little cousins and uncles, they do UFC, they do MMA, they do taekwondo.
So it's a fighting family already. It's a fighting family already.
So that's how Adam got it.
Sorry, I don't know if it's coming a little bit off topic, but so right now you're signed with Boxer, right?
Yeah, Boxer.
Yeah. Who was you with before that? Because I'm not gonna lie, I think when I came across the boys. I think I saw them before they were signed up with Boxer. And you were training, was it in...
Slough.
Slough, I think.
We were doing the amateurs with Khalil.
From Katana Gym, right?
K's Katana Gym.
Big up, my brother.
We used to do... I'm very close with him. He's like an uncle to me. He's always like since I was a little kid, he's always trained me when I was a little kid in the amateurs, and alhamdulillah, we went through a lot of stuff in the amateurs, won so many national titles as well.
How many titles do you know?
Well, between us, I won about I've got 10 altogether, alhamdulillah.
Wow.
Alhamdulillah, which is also...
Six.
He's got 6.
That's amazing.
Also got the Olympic as well.
Yeah, the Olympic medal,
The Olympic medal,
Oh, that's awesome.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I know, because everyone started mentioning Azim's name. When it blew up into Boxer, Sky Sports and this and that. And I was like, I swear I've heard of them before. And they were doing madness.
I think you were destined to.
The amateurs is where our base was. It's like a foundation how to obviously progress in the pro rank. So amateurs is where like you're in. It's like school. It's like going to school learning. It's like that. Amateurs is where we learn our bases. And also like with the trainers as well. Khalil used to train us there. Also Pinewood Star, which is our amateur club. Les and Mike, they used to train. They trained me as well, and they obviously that gym was all fighting family. They were very ruthless to us because we got to train so hard. Like every time we go to the gym, you were either doing, so many rounds. He made me do like 35, 40-minute pads, hitting the body bag. It's just like that gym is just. They're all family to us as well. So
I think it's actually molded you into who you are today.
Definitely,
Exactly,
yeah. Having to bring both of you.
Yeah.
It's like it's obviously come from.
Yep, absolutely.
It's the background as well.
How did Boxer approach you lot then? Who's it? Ben Shalom?
Yeah.
How we got approached by Boxer and Sky is through our team. So our team sorts that out. Shane McGuigan, one of the best trainers in UK.
Legend
as well. Barry McGuigan, the father of Shane, the legend in the sport as well. Because we have a great team and our team sorted out the McGuigan's gym as well. They saw they obviously us. They saw the talent. So I sparred Luke Campbell when I went there, and that's how me and Shane got involved. So Shane is my trainer, and obviously I'm the fighter now.
How was the spar with Luke?
Oh, it's such a great experience. Luke is a world-class fighter, and he's done a lot for the sport. And for me to get in that ring with Luke Campbell, it was great because I've done multiple rounds with him for that fight against Ryan Garcia. I think I did 70 rounds with him.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So
how do you think the sparring went? If I was to ask you honestly,
it was great. It was great. Like Luke is obviously a world-class fighter, and for me to get in the ring with Luke, it's
you learned a lot from it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not there to just to prove a point with Luke. I'm there to gain experience, and it's all about gaining experience with these world class fighters, and also getting the rounds in as well, which is the one thing that a lot of people
see. I respect that, bro. I respect that because a lot of people just want to blow their own trumpet and go on and say. It's nice to say that you learn a lot from sparring with a champion like him.
Exactly.
So,
they literally offered him money to inspire. We're like, nah, we don't want to take the money. We want you here for the experience.
See, again, that comes down to your team. Your team's so well organized, the way you're getting pushed or guided in the right direction. And I think that is the biggest part of how many stories do we have with boxers where they're going so well, and then one defeat and they'll just derail them. Because they haven't got a team around them. And that's why I always say with you guys, the team is number one, and the way you respect them, and the way you respect even other fighters, like Adam just said. I think that's pays dividends the way you've got so far.
You want to go first?
I respect anyone that enters the ring. Of course, honestly, take.
It's hard.
My language.
No, you
can to get in the ring.
Yeah, it's easy for us to watch it on the screen. I think left hook, right.
It's because a win or lose or draw, whatever it is, the outcome becomes. It's just like the stuff they do outside. It's the nutritionist. It's
dedication.
It's the dedication, the mindset. That some people don't even get to see their family. Like with us, I don't even get to see my mum. My dad's always here with us, preparation for the fight. Obviously, this is the camp house.
And you got siblings as well, other siblings that you don't get to see them.
Exactly, yeah. It's the outside of boxing there. A lot of people.
Especially brother.
That's deep.
It's the outside of boxing where a lot of people don't understand like what goes through that training camp. The mental side, the nutritionist. Imagine you want to wake up and you're one of them's making prata in the morning and you're smelling it. It's like, I can't even have that.
That's deep.
2 weeks.
So, boys, you know what? We're talking about mental health. Mental health is something that we on this channel cover quite a lot because we always believe there's a side of a person's life that not a lot of people know about, and a lot of people do actually suffer from that. What do you reckon as boxers? Do you ever go through a state where you just sit there and you're thinking that this is all falling apart mentally for us? Whether it's family, whether it's your personal life, whether it's a relationship, it could be anything. Do you guys go through that?
Many years ago, I think like three years ago, I think during amateur time, just was about to turn pro. I had a lot of negativity around us, saying that a lot of people were saying different stuff, like hate on us, basically on what we're doing, and it kind of affected me then mentally, and that's why it's important to have really positive people around you, because now I'm 22 and alhamdulillah I've got such a strong mind, but I know a lot of people out there who are suffering.
Exactly.
Not just in boxing but outside of boxing as well. And I know like one or two people who actually committed suicide in Slough as well, which made me upset. And that's why I want to talk about this topic a bit more. If anyone has a problem out there, anything you want to talk to, message me on Instagram or Snapchat anywhere, because at least I could try to help you. If you go through that much.
That's very nice of you, bro. That's very nice of you to at least put yourself out there, because sometimes with how it works is if someone's going through something, and because you guys are well followed, you've got a lot of love, you're people that are loved, and you're doing so well. So maybe your advice could change someone's well-being, just from a simple message. It doesn't need to mean you have to link them up and take them to Nando's and in a rude way, but you can just from a simple message to say, look, stay strong, stay blessed, because I always, me personally speaking, I get a lot of my strength from praying. And we as older, we're a lot older than you lot, but a lot of the stuff that we go through, prayer is the only reason why we've managed to navigate out of that. And even constantly, bro. I'll speak to Seff and I'll be like, I'm going through a bit of a rough time, or and all we say to one another is, have you prayed? Have you read the Quran? Because that is our foundation. Regardless.
If you pray like so much, like even if you're like mentally not there, anything like that, even just praying, after that you feel so much better.
Do you find that as well?
I've had it like a few issues like that, not like previously, but like ages ago. But obviously, when you go through that period of time, it's the best thing to do. Just read Quran, go to the mosque, pray, because afterwards you feel so much better. It's like everything's relieved, everything's gone.
Come off of your shoulders, isn't it?
100%.
It's like your arms are heavy. Like it's very heavy. Like when you go through mental stuff. But when you read Quran, or even pray, or either like what's it called? Go to the mosque.
Even like make dua or something.
Make dua. Go even see it. Go see like an imam or something. They can help you out. What should I do to get rid of this stuff? But praying is one of the things that can get rid of this stuff. So it's like afterwards when you pray, your shoulders start to feel light. You feel so much better, and then you can just go out and do whatever you want to do, like in life. It's not just in boxing. A lot of people get mental issues outside of boxing. Even a lot of sportsmen get it. It's either the sportsman, even from work, you can get it. Anything.
100%.
Families.
You can have anything.
Exactly, but I think even importantly, I think where the most period of time that happens is like either from sports. Marriage, relationships, and the other thing is like just like in life, like you're feeling down and you're not doing well in life. A lot of people, because in Islam,
start questioning why a lot.
Exactly. In Islam, a lot of people, like, let's say, why I'm not getting this in this life, why I'm not getting like let's say, why I'm not getting money, why my business is not going well, it's not booming. It's like mentally, a lot of people think that yeah, that's right. But I think Allah's always planned something better in the future.
100%.
That's like, even with me, like, let's say I'm like, why didn't I do great in sparring? Because one of those days of my sparring, Allah's planned something better.
Exactly.
So it's like that, even in training, fighting, anything.
Just take every day as a blessing, basically.
Exactly. Every day is a new day. Every day is a blessing day.
Well said, bro.
And it's like that. Like everything's, you got something further down the line which is going to come, inshallah.
Inshallah.
That's it.
And I mean to that, my brother. It's very well said that.
Coming off of what Hassan said as well, so obviously you lot you're up and coming now, you're all over social media, obviously all over TV and stuff. How do you lot deal with hate?
You know what, to me right now, how I come off hate is, I ignore it a lot, because I'm the one that's working hard. I'm the one that's getting up when we're the ones getting up in bed, getting a head punch and sparring, training hard constantly, go through a lot of pain, as in physically, running in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning, things like that, the sprints, circuits. But I just say to myself that people that are hating on us is they're in bed, doing
jack shit, basically.
Hate it.
Jealous.
That's
my main question is just because you get a lot of online trolls and stuff like that.
You know what?
Probably real people.
Bro, sorry, can I ask you one personal question?
Yeah.
And it means a lot to me because I've always had a certain vibe in my head.
Yeah.
And I've always thought it's true, but now I know if it is true.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel that a lot of the hate comes from your own people? I'm not saying answer it with in-depth detail, but just like a simple yes or no, because I know you don't want to go too much into it.
Yeah, I don't want to go too much into that, but I know for a fact you're going to get hate. Even your own people are going to start hating you because the way you're progressing, the way you're doing in life. Even in sports, a lot of people get hate, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's also outside the sports. Let's say, Yazz, mashallah, he's doing really well.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. A lot of people are going to start hating him. Even his own people are going to start hating him. It's like that. It's a common thing that everyone does in life. Even like hate, it's just a common thing people do in life. You either take that in, you might get mentally, or get like, you know, like you just get aggy about it. You know?
Of course.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, there's no reason to just look at these hated comments. You can just take
Block
it
it out now.
I don't even look at it. If someone hates me, I'm like, yeah, that's not fine. You know, to be honest, I don't really care. I don't really care what people say. I'm getting in that ring. I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this because I love boxing. I want to create a legacy. It's like that.
Inshallah.
But it's just exactly. It's just like
Think about yourself,
yeah.
not- yeah, like
I see the dedication. I mean, you lot came back from training today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You see the vibe behind us. It's
Yeah.
always positive.
Bro, it's actually, you know, honestly, it's actually inspiring, bro. Even though we're a lot older than you boys and we see you, you're young boys, man. For
Yeah,
us, it's
yeah.
like, wow, like
Yeah.
the
You
way
know
you're
what?
disciplined.
You look
is-
young yourself, mashallah.
Oh, mashallah.
Yeah, you look young.
Say that
as
to my
well.
wife when you see her.
Yeah.
I thought I was young.
Hey,
You're even younger.
Shame. Now you're feeling older. You said to me.
I'm feeling old.
Bro, but even the discipline you guys have, honestly, bro, it's so nice to see, bro. And it feels like the way you boys are training, the way you're eating, the way you just got your mind set is just amazing, bro. It really is. And it's refreshing to see, isn't it? Because you'd think like, you know, like we asked you about hate, and when people see what you guys do, you can't hate that.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
Look at
You can't hate that.
Yeah, for instance, look at Floyd Mayweather. Look how many people hated him so much. But the fact is, the way he just carried himself out as a boxer, he don't really care.
Exactly.
The more people that actually hate him, they're gonna end up watching.
The fuel. It's like fuel for him, innit? Yeah. It's like you lot can take that hate and just take it out in the ring.
Yeah, I know when someone hates me, I don't really care at all. Like when they say like, why is he got this? Oh, he's gonna get knocked out one day, or he's gonna say this. I don't really care what people say.
I use that as a motivation.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah,
Because you want to train hard. You know, I'm going to prove these people wrong. I want to train hard. I'm going to make them hate me more.
Yeah, of course, of course.
But the haters are gonna watch anything you do. Like even social media is a big thing nowadays. Because back then, a lot of people get hate, but they won't physically put on a comment because that back then it's all old generations. There was no social media, right?
Of course.
And this nowadays, a lot of people is just getting so many hated comments on YouTube, anywhere. But a lot nowadays is just social media. You can see it in any comment. So it's like that.
There's a lot of people always, but they will never say it face to face. They will never ever.
So, boys, you know what? Again, we can speak about the whole hate side, and we're quite clear that you guys are, mashallah, really clued on. You know what hate is, and you know what's going on. Having said that, there is a question that I think a lot of females would want to know, right? And we have to ask you because it's something we have to, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys looking to get married anytime soon? And honestly, my DMs were like popping off with that. I have to ask you. So whatever the answers are, what's the answer for that?
I'm married to boxing. That's
I love the answer.
I'm straight. It's the one thing that I like to say. I'm married to boxing. Yeah. If that one person can come in my life, they either what's it called? Sign that. What's it? NDA. No, I'm joking. That's the one. But one thing though, it's just like they either. I ain't gonna be looking at that right now because I'll be looking at like probably when I'm 28, 30. That's my most focus is just becoming world champion.
Inshallah.
And you know the thing, I am single because but I'm married to boxing.
That's right.
a
That's
sick
So
how
answer.
you're off the market ish.
yeah, I'm off the market. If that right person comes
Hassan's
one day,
been
I'll.
saying quiet. I think there might be a little something.
Doesn't let me talk.
Do you know what? You got something to hide.
No,
don't
no,
you?
we were gonna come to you.
Man, you got something to hide. Huh?
What do you mean you got something down?
You got something to hide.
No, but I think with you guys, I think you know exactly what you know you plan. There is a way of planning your, especially when it comes to marriage and stuff. You boys know.
You didn't answer though.
No, but you guys don't let me speak.
See, he hasn't still spoken yet, so
You can be quiet.
yeah, you go.
Go on then.
Drum roll. Training hard, that's it.
The one, he's just training hard, but
You know the main thing? The main thing is, you mean you get that man behind you get married first.
yeah. Do you know what? Big up Omar Bond. He needs to get married. Like if
Who's that Amir?
Omar
For
Bond,
people that don't know, if you
he
look
needs
at
to get
the camera,
married.
just-
He's 32. He needs to get married. And
You know what the pictures in bio is?
yeah, there's a guy called me and my other brother. I call him my big brother, and we're very close. Mohid. Me and him be looking for a Rishta. So anyone who wants Rishta with him, you DM me on Instagram, adam.azim1.
We love that.
But there's other question that you need to ask us. There's another question that you guys need to ask. Who's the player out of both of us?
Go on then.
I'll say this man over here.
Player, are you done?
Yeah.
Love this.
Look at you. Look at you, bro. Sweet boy.
He still hasn't answered you lot's question, isn't it?
Yeah, I already did.
No, he did. He did.
Okay.
As I said,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's recording, yeah, so just remember that. Remember that. There's proof there, exactly.
I love the fact that you guys have the banter.
Yeah.
But before we do wrap up, bro, you know, we really appreciate you guys. We know time was short.
Yeah.
The cameras are played up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
You got a fight coming up.
Yeah.
How do you see it going? Are you prepared mentally, physically? Are you ready?
Yeah. I'm ready, alhamdulillah. I've been sparring so hard. I've been training really hard. The main thing about when fights come, I'm really excited. When it comes down to the fight, my preparations go so well. Because, you know, if you have a great preparation, in your training camp, the fight will become easy. That's how it is. Like in my boxing ability, and when I'm training, if I got that and I'm training hard, then everything will be easy. So right now, alhamdulillah, my preparation is going so well. It can't go even better. So right now it's going well. I got 1 week. I got a few more spars, and then, you know, alhamdulillah, I'm headlining as well. This one as well. So, you know, throughout this year, it's all headlines, inshallah. And that's, you know, this is where I should be, inshallah, excel and go into even bigger fights and better, and becoming a better boxer myself.
I think with you, you're very confident in your own. You're very confident.
So, it was funny.
Yeah, this is.
He's telling me I'm the player.
No, I think.
What kind of symbols are you giving at the back?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Bon, I'm on Bon.
I love this. If you liked what you saw, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And hit the bell notification so you don't miss none of our uploads.
And guys, make sure you support the boys for the next up and coming fight.
Inshallah.
11th
And
of
show
Feb,
them
innit?
some love.
That's it. Yeah, 11th of Feb. I'll be
11th
fighting.
of February. For tickets, make sure you holler Mr. Bon.
Which is previously looking for Rishta.
And all the details for the fight will be in the caption below.
100%.
So at that point, guys, we're out of here.
Peace.
Later.
Boom.